Good morning, India. If we are turning our deaf ear or turning a deaf eye, it means turning a blind eye. It means things are not gonna be disappear in the world. So I was reading today some article, and in that article I came across many news. Like one of the great news about the India in the New Delhi, the air quality broke somewhere record of the world on the Monday. The pollution level has been recorded in Delhi. It has almost broke the world record, and the government they announced they are gonna shut down. They are announcing the emergency, medical emergency, so that the school will remain closed, and that is why the advisory had been announced to the people to stay indoors, so that at least they can mitigate the risk that they are facing. When you are outside, you are suffocating, literally you are incessantly coughing, right, vigorously you are coughing, and somewhere you are the part of the inhaling the toxic polluted air. So that is one of the very dire news or pathetic situation in the Delhi area, in the New Delhi in India. When it comes to other country, the Donald Trump policy that he declared deportation. Deportation means the immigration. They are living in in the USA. They need to leave the USA because they don't have document. They are living illegally since long time. It's been years and years they have been living over there, and now this news created ripple effect all around the America, and the people are now they are desperately doing whatever they can do. They are killing somebody, they are trying to fight, they are trying to protect. A lot of things is happening in America. And another side, Joe Biden, he finally allowed Ukraine to use the USA missile for the Russia. So the missile was already given by the USA. It's been long time, but the Ukraine could not use that because he wants the authority from the America. And America was somewhere lingering over the decision, procrastinating this. But yesterday, or I think day before yesterday, finally Joe Biden allowed him to shoot, to open fire, to use that missile. So that missile has range that can go, that can leave whatever the things it can do or destroy. It can go up to the Russia, mid of the Russia. So it has long range fire system. And again, this has created a chaos when it comes to Russia. Why not? Because it is one of the part that Russia was not expecting. But finally, Joe Biden, it's time to go. It's time to come to the Trump in the government. But again, while going, at least Joe Biden took this decision, or let's see what it will create a conflict or result. And another side, the UN agency, they claim that they had sent 109 truck of convoy. So convoy means a lot of truck in the queue, in the line. They were serving the aid in the Gaza for the people. They were suffering by the battlefield, by the war that is being fight, that is being fought in between Gaza and uh, and another country, right? So what happened over there? The convoy, they were going there. Somebody on the gunpoint asked all driver to unload all the material, so that they will unload. They will unload, and finally they loaded it. So this is how news is today. That what I went through. It is not good. So all the news that we heard, see, I don't know why whenever I read, not I, even you notice, whenever you are reading, whenever you are watching any news, anything on TV article, most of the news are negative. Why? Because we are keen to hear, we are keen to listen, we are keen to watch something that is negative. Yeah, that is negative, not positive. I'm not sure, I'm sure there must be some positive news around the world, but that is hardly taken care in the news, or people don't want either, or that is why the media, the social media, they don't want to publish. So the all what I said, it was the main front pages, that what I heard, what I the all news caught my attention. So these all things are happening in the world. But yes, when it comes to pollution, it's not good thing. It may spread to the other country, to the other place, to the other city. So the people they are facing in New Delhi, it is horrible, it is terrible. Really, nobody wants such situation to hit in any other area. But what about those they are living in New Delhi? And what about the government? They were earlier just throwing the ball to other court, and they are blaming, complaining, laying blame to the other party. What now? The time is to think, to take in some steep action. Otherwise, people's life is completely in jeopardy, or they cannot do anything. See what will happen if somebody is indoors. Suppose government told all the people to remain indoors. What will happen then? Will it save that? It may mitigate a little risk, but not all. At least we cannot stop, we cannot prevent the air that blow into your house, the wind, the gust of wind. It will go everywhere. It cannot be a stop. That is just formality, that what government is announcing, but that is their role. So he should not sit idle, he must do something, and that is what he is doing, or the government is doing. But let's see what's happening and what will happen later on. Nobody knows. So guys, take care of your health. For the old age people, it's really pathetic situation. They cannot ward off this situation. Okay, now let's come to the Bangalore. Here you notice the backside is the hazy day. It is morning time, so obviously it remains in that way only. Yesterday I believe by the time sun has risen, but today it is not. But I believe sun will come, but not now. And you notice I'm wearing the full sleeve t-shirt to ward off the cold. Yeah, because when we are exposing our body, we are not taking care of the body, or we are exposing it even in the walking time. I walk every day in the morning. It means somewhere we are vulnerable, so that we may catch a cold, and that is not good for our health. So better not expose ourselves, with the cold. It may harm somewhere. We may start coughing like that. So anyway, this is the part of Bangalore, but I was talking about the terrible situation about New Delhi. So guys, good morning. My name is Alok. Every day, whatever comes in my mind, I try not to stop. I try to express that. I try to reveal, so that I'm able to speak whatever comes in our mind, or I'm not gonna stop the journey where I embark. My passion, my emotion, my enthusiasm, these all things support to be a great speaker, to be a great communicator. Why not? The English, one of the great, lovely, soft skill that is being considered worldwide, or it is in demand. Everybody wants to grab it. Everybody wants to embrace it, but it's not easy for everybody. They are just warning. So warning is not the solution. The solution is how greatly you are following that, how desperate you are behind it. Are you hankering after this or not? So if you want it, you are desperate to get it, you will get it for sure. But if you are just formally thinking about this, it will not help you out. For that, we must fall in love with the language. Believe me, there are many people, they are studying, they are working professional, and they are enjoying, because they are never aware how soft it is, how lovely it is. So when we are not aware, we know only that we have to learn a lot of vocabulary, a lot of structure, blah blah. So that somewhere hit in our mind, and we started thinking about that. Oh my God, it will take a time. But it's not like that. We must enjoy the process. Once we started enjoying the process, later on we realized that wow, it was great, it's nice language. Or why not? Because somewhere it earns respect for you. If you want to grab it, just try to indulge into it, just try to dwell into it, and you will get to know, wow, what a great language it is. Everybody, why it is in demand is that it is bridging the gap around the world, so that whatever is happening anywhere, like now I narrated about the Ukraine, about the Russia, about the Gaza, about Delhi. These all things were published not in my mother language. It was published in the English, and that is why, because I know English, I understand, so I read it and I narrated here. Why? Because I want. See, actually, I don't want what is happening negative globally, worldwide. But being an English teacher, I want to read once. I want to have a glance of all the news, so that I read and I try to narrate that, so that there are some vocabulary, with a vocabulary purpose, with some words, some structure. I try to read, I try to listen. These all things, these all idea, social media content, so that I'm equipped, I'm armed with what I want, what I want to be. These all things are the way that enrich my communication skill, and that is what I don't want to miss. These all things every day. You notice I am not missing to record the video. Why? Because whatever situation I'm facing, I want to reveal that. I want to express it, so that I'm not gonna forget whatever is lingering on my mind, or I'm just vomiting it. So this is why I read. Generally I read some good book, that in the day part, in the during the day I have a lot of idle time, gap time. I don't want to squander at the time. I read some great leaders book, where again I find a lot of vocabulary, way of living, the way of leading the life. How can we dominate our time or situation, how we can fight, conquer the situation, the predicament that hit us sometime, how we must conquer that, fight against that. These all things finally we get to know by the these people characteristic, these people trait. They have already fought a great adverse situation. They have exaggerated the matter. They have written these all things, that how they fought and how we can fight in case we came across these kinds of circumstances, these kinds of situation, how we may fight. So these all things I learned by the book, or these all books are great, because ultimately, why? See, again and again I'm shedding light on the book. Book are the only resource where we learn lifestyle, we learn how to survive, we get to know about the people lifestyle, they survive, and why they were famous, how they lead their life, how they fight against any predicament that hit. So these all things basically, when we read a book, we come across these all content, and now we understand that yes, this is the way that we must follow, and we must lead a life. Down the line we are securing our life, we are trying to enrich our journey, reading these all things, getting these all idea. Otherwise, there are many ways, there are many reason to vent your frustration, right? To feel your regret about something, and go beating yourself with toxic emotion. There are many situations, many occasions that may come across, and we are just regretting, not working over that, not dealing with that. And these all things stem from our past mistake. But how can we get rid of that? We must learn the tactics, we must learn the idea that has been shared by these all great leaders. They have written this book, or they have shared their personal life experience. It means that they have lead some road, and now we are traveling on the same path. So they have already shared how to reach the destination. So once we get to know already, it becomes easy for us, isn't it? Nowadays, earlier, whenever we used to go somewhere and the area used to be ignorance, we were not completely known and acquainted about the area. So what did we used to do? We used to ask people, hey, I want to go that place. And some people, sometimes they misguided, or some people they were completely familiar with the location. They used to share direction, they used to direct us, and we used to go. But now what happened? We have social media, we have a smartphone. There we set the location, and it just take us over, right? So it is leading over there. So this came in my mind, because whenever I see in the Bangalore, there are many unknown people. They are completely ignorant about the area, like delivery boy. They are delivering the food item, they are delivering courier. So how are they doing that? They have phone. In the phone they have installed some software. They set the location of the customer. They click into it, and they are riding bike, a scooter. They are going there, or they are delivering it. It takes hardly a few minutes to understand the location. But when it was the time when there were no such invention, such smartphone, such technology, so at the time we used to ask people. Still, if we are going somewhere in a village area, there we prefer to ask instead of following these all things. These all things help in the city, but nowadays I believe the internet system is just spread around the village area, countryside. So there also we are using this. So okay, now I'm just circling back. So people, they have already travel the way they have faltered sometime in the journey, and how did they cross that, how did they dismiss. Now they are teaching us. We must not ignore, we must not forget, we must use these all technology methodology that they are sharing. And now we are able, we are ready to follow, we are ready to persuade, and finally we get to know how to travel. We get to know how did they dismiss these all situation, and how we can dismiss. So these are the technique, these are the methodology that we must follow, or we must adapt in our life, we must embrace. So we're not gonna be in trouble, we're not gonna be going down a rabbit hole, such intractable problem that we face, because we already know. So reading books is amazing. Once you start reading, sometimes you might face some tedious tasks, but once you start understanding the real scenario, the real example, the reality of the life, the real phases they face, and how they dismiss these all situation, and how we can get rid of these all things, how we can ward off such situation. These all things somewhere taught us or teaches us how to lead a life. So guys, don't forget to read these kinds of book, to follow these all aspect if you want to be a great communicator, because these all things ultimately take you to the great position where you want to reach at the apex. So now sun has come, I noticed sun has set, it has risen, and yeah, so I think after a few minutes only we can see the sun around the, it will spread all around the area, and you may notice somewhere on my hand or face now it is bright, but again there is some cloud surrounding him, or it may face some trouble for a certain time, but I believe he has power, he may penetrate all the obstacle, and he'll expose so that all the world will be bright in the day. So guys, again good morning. Don't stop your journey, whatever you want to be in your life. Everything written in a book, or if you want to be a great communicator, for like me, I'm still in the journey. Nobody has get perfection, but again, once we have started something, we are passionate about something with enthusiasm, we will not let it dissipate whatever we have in our mind. Be on this, be on this path. One day we'll get to know that yeah, you are on the right path, and now you are gonna get that whatever you wanted. Thank you, and bye bye.